Listen, we've all gone through it at some point in life. Those creative juices aren't flowing. You sit down to try to create something, be it something on paper, maybe it's a craft that you want to try, and nothing comes out of your hands. You're just looking at this blank palette, and literally there's just nothing. It's just everything's blank. In today's video, I'm going to give you some tips on how you can break through that creative rut based off of personal experience. I'll give you a few examples of some things that I've gone through and some of the ways that have helped me break through so that I can get back to all of the creative things that I wanted to do. So if that sounds good to you, grab you something to drink and let's get into it. So I've gotten to this point actually a few times in my creative journey. There's a few different things that can kind of contribute to your creativeness kind of disappearing. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the world that can contribute to it, but some of the things, stress, be it financial stress, be it relationship stress, it may be housing instability. Things aren't going quite how they should for life to feel like it's flowing. The one that has personally affected me the most has been financial instability. There have been some things going on where, it was like, okay, am I going to have enough money to get everything done that I need to get done for the month? So I completely understand and I feel you if you're in that same boat. Another thing that can contribute to your creative juices not flowing is having to deal with grief. That's another thing that I've personally had to deal with. In January, we had the sudden loss of one of our fur babies, and everything happened so quickly. And that really took a hit to my creativeness. My main creative outlet is sewing. I love to sew, I love to create unique pieces. But at that time, and it happened right after my birthday this year. So, it's like we celebrate this one day, and then all of a sudden, I've got to grieve. And grief definitely presents itself in different ways, and it can take some time to get it back. Also, another thing that can just stop your creativity is just burnout. That could be burnout from just life in general. It can be burnout from a very either stressful or toxic job. That definitely takes a huge toll in your creative flow and being able to have that outlet to where you can do something that's not just for a profit and not something that you're going to sell, but something that's literally just for fun. But some of the things that have helped me get through these creative ruts, one of the things is don't force yourself to try to create. Forcing the creativity is only going to backfire. There was a point in time where I was like, okay, I don't feel like sewing anything. There's nothing that is speaking to me. There's nothing that says, hey, let me try this or try that. So I tried to just make myself make something. I was like, I'm going to take this time and I'm just going to make something and I'm just going to do it no matter what, come hell or high water. Well, that kind of backfired because then it just turned into, well, now I'm resenting what I'm making because I'm not making it for fun. I'm just making it because I'm forcing myself to do it. And that is not the way to go. You've just got to be patient and just know that for me, the way that I call it is my sojo. You just have to be confident that it will come back because it will. It may take it longer than you want it to, but you cannot force yourself to do these things that you don't want to do, especially when it comes to something that you're doing for fun. The second thing that helped me get through my creative rut is just being able to slow things down in a life where everything seems hectic and everything is just go, 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 rush, 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 fast, fast, fast. It really does help if you're able to be able to just slow your roll and just chill for just a little bit. It kind of goes along with the not rushing yourself into things and forcing yourself into doing something that just does not feel right. I have noticed even when my creativity was at its highest, it was one of those things to where I felt like I needed to just make a bunch of upcycled items and I need to push it and push it. I'm just going to flood the upcycle market. I'm going to put everything out there. Yeah, that's not really working out that well for me. And I wonder why. Yeah, just being able to slow down and just be like, okay, I'm going to make this item. I don't have a timeline. I don't have to answer to anybody but my own brain. is going to give you some release and some time to just be able to process whatever you're going through. That's another thing too that I wanted to kind of include as far as if your creativity is just not flowing, is to bring it back, keep it simple. Don't try to make some long drawn out project that's going to take eons to finish, unless that's just what you really want to do and that's how you want to get it back. To me, it was much easier just to keep things simple. One of the projects that I did to help me get my sojo back was I had a pin that I had put on my Pinterest, and it was like a fall hat. It was kind of like a witch hat, but it wasn't as rigid, I guess. It was kind of a floppy hat. I was like, oh, that's fun. And it seemed easy enough. That was one of the projects that really was able to get me out of whatever rut that I was in and help me get my sojo back. I actually made a video tutorial on that. I'll link it somewhere here or in the description. The biggest thing and one of the most important things that I feel like that can help you through a creative rut is just trying something new. Whenever my sojo left and I didn't know where she went, I did not want to have it be anything that's like too complex. I just wanted to keep things simple. I'm not really a painter per se. I mean, we have paint and we have brushes, but I don't really paint. But what I ended up doing was I just got some watercolor paper that we had from a long time ago, got some paint, got some brush, and just started painting. I actually made like, I don't know, like maybe like 100 ACEOs. If you don't know what an ACEO is, I have it pulled up here and I will let you know. ACEO stands for Art Cards, Editions, and Originals. It's a whole subculture of artists, like artistry. It's pretty amazing. You're basically buying miniature art from people, and it's like a whole thing. I love it. I had never heard about it until I looked it up on either Pinterest or online. So yeah, I made a whole bunch of those, and it was so helpful in just helping me be creative when my sewing brain wasn't there. Another thing too is if you still wanted to do something with sewing, but you didn't want to get the machine out, you didn't want to think too hard, slow stitching is also something that I feel like is a huge benefit. I have not been huge on slow stitching, and that's basically hand sewing. You take a project, you're going to do your hand sewing on it. It just helps you slow down, helps ease the mind. A small project is something that is definitely a benefit. But have you ever had a creative block and you weren't exactly sure how to get out of it? Let me know what suggestions that you all have in the comments. Again, this is just my experience, but let me know in the comments if there were any other times that maybe you were going through some stuff, you're going through the trenches. What are some things that helped you kind of get out of that rut or get back into the mind frame of creativity? If you got this far in the video, I really do appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.